Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Ugly Truth, our second edition. On the first show, we focused primarily on the power of apologizing. And we named 6 reasons why apologizing is a very effective tool in making things better in a relationship that was otherwise going a little bit off track. Today, we're going to take that a step further. And we're going to talk about today the reasons why holding true to your apology or staying strong in your apologetic stance is just as important as your initial apology. Over the course of the show, I'll be referring to my notes because I want to make sure I don't miss any points. The the first reason, again, that we talked about as a recap, as being important to an effective apology, is making sure that you are sincere. We wanted to make sure that we're talking about a sincere apology. But the 6 reasons that we named that an apology is a critical step and a very effective way to move a otherwise bad situation forward is that it takes the pressure off the person that is doing the apologizing. Number 2, it puts the person that's being apologized to in a response position. Number 3, it gives the other person a platform to to apologize rather. It just makes it more comfortable because they've already been apologized to, and it takes the defenses down. Number 4, it dilutes the issue. It makes everybody just calm down. Number 5, it's just classy. We talked about it putting another person in, the person that's doing the apologizing, in just a whole different category. And then the final point is number 6, is that it's just attractive. It makes you look just different. It's a really beautiful thing when you can just, again, like we mentioned before, just square your shoulders and look a person in the eye and say, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry it went over that way. I really apologize. That's a very attractive thing. Today, we're going to take it a step further. And again, like we mentioned before, we're going to talk about holding true to that apology, regardless of the way the other person is responding to your apology. So we're going to talk about 5 ways or 5 reasons that's just as important as your initial apology. All right, let's get started. First of all, the thing we have to realize is that the person that you apologize to, they're not on your timeline in terms of feedback, positive feedback from your apology. They're going to come around or respond when they feel comfortable responding. And that's something to really take into consideration when you're in the process of holding your position on apologizing. Stay strong on it. Number 2, by holding true or staying strong on your apologetic position, it cements the sincerity of your initial apology. It lets the other person know that you're really sincere and you really feel the way that you expressed in the first place. So again, it cements your position on the apology. Number 3, you're actually giving them time to wrestle with their emotions. Just think about it. If you've apologized already and the person, the ball's in their court, so to speak, the pressure is kind of off of you, and they're in the process of finding a way to respond in a way that they feel comfortable. And that's not on you, the person that did the apologizing. It's really on them. And if they're slow to come around to behave more normal, that means that they're probably still wrestling with some things. And that's not on you, and they just need time to kind of sort things out. So just understand that and continue holding strong and staying true to your apology. Number 4, your positive energy is very, very important because it makes it more difficult for them to be effective in creating negative energy against your positive vibe. It's hard to do that no matter how negative they try to be or they still feel about the situation. So your positive stance and you holding true really negates what they're doing, because you not only did you apologize first, but you're holding steady and you're keeping the same positive energy when you're interacting with that person or you're in their environment. That's very, very important. And then number 5, and I think this is really, really the ribbon that should wrap the present, is that it's really important to place yourself, you and that person, in an environment that you both enjoy and that you both associate with enjoyment. That, for some reason, seems to be almost like the ending ceremony to the frustration or the disagreement that you had. Again, just placing yourself in an environment that both people enjoy seems to really, really be the way to solidify that we're moving in a positive direction. So let's go back and make sure that we have all our points down for reasons that you should stay strong and stay true to your apology. Number 1, remember, they're not on your timeline. They're on their own, and they get over things and they deal with issues the way they're going to deal with them. Number 2, it further cements the sincerity of your initial apology. Number 3, you're giving them time to wrestle with their emotions. Some people just can't come around the way in a reasonable time period to us or to the person that's doing the apologizing. It'll never be when you want it unless it's initial. But again, they're still wrestling. Number 4, keep your positive energy. Your positive energy is the key to making sure that if anything negative is creeping or trying to re-enter the equation, so to speak, your positive energy will kind of ward it off. So keeping your positive energy is a part of staying true to your apology. And then number 5, the ceremony. Go somewhere fun. Place yourself in an environment that both of you associate with joy. And I think that would be a wonderful way to stay true to your apology and make sure you, again, carry it all the way through to try to resolve that issue. And I think everything will be fine. So again, I'd like to, first of all, thank you again for looking at this channel. Hopefully, we've really, really addressed some issues and some ways to get better in a situation that's not going in the right direction. On our next show, we're going to do something that's really, really interesting. And I think that a lot of people will definitely want to follow up with this one. And that is, what happens when you seem to be the only one apologizing? But until then, I just want to thank you for tuning in to our show. And we look forward to getting to our last segment. Again, our last segment on apologizing will be what happens when I'm the only one that's doing the apologizing. Again, thank you so much. Please view it. Subscribe if you feel comfortable, and pass it along. And hopefully it'll help someone. Thanks.